first year hockey strength workout. There are two blocks, the A block and the B block. The A blocks are 4 exercises that you do one after the other. You take a rest at the bottom and you repeat that for 3 sets or 3 rounds. These is the exercises in the A block. A1, the wall sit. Go to a wall, place your hips, shoulders and head against the wall and keeping them there for the duration of the exercise. Place your heels out with your feet parallel, hip distance apart. Slide yourself down till you're at 90 degrees at the knee, holding your feet parallel, knees parallel and hips parallel to the floor. Head, shoulders and hips against the wall, hands on shoulders. Hold for the allotted time, pushing the heels down into the ground all the time. Don't allow the heels to lift, okay, or your body to come away. Stay nice and strong for the allotted time. Exercise A2, the chair push-up. Take a chair and push it up against the wall. Nice and stable position to be in. Place your hands towards the outside and the front of the chair with your toes on the floor. Pull your belly button in, tense your core and squeeze your glutes, keeping your hips in the same position as you would do for the plank. Slowly lower the body for 3, 2, 1 and push to the top, maintaining the core alignment all the time. 3, 2, 1, push to the top. Don't leave the bum behind and don't let the hips drop. Aiming for the center of the chest to touch between the hands. 3 seconds down and 1 second back up. Exercise A3, the jump squats. Place the feet parallel on the floor, heels on the ground to start. Sit down into a squat. Use your arms to help jump and repeat for the allotted amount of reps. Every time you land, you will land with the balls of the feet first, heels down, and sink into the squat, making sure to keep the heels on the ground as you sink into the squat. Also, making sure that your feet stay straight and your knees stay in line with your feet. Don't let your knees come together or open too far apart. Keep them tracking in line with the way your toes are facing straight ahead. A4, the Russian twist. Take an implement, something light, it doesn't really matter what it is. In this case, I've just grabbed my foam roll. Sit on the floor with your heels on the ground. Roll back till you feel tension build in your tummy. Pull the tummy muscles in, bracing the core nice and tight. Holding the implement over your knees. Twist your shoulders to touch the implement off the floor on one side, then on the other. Rotating nice and slowly and in control for the allotted amount of reps, right and left. That would bring you to the end of the A block, 1 time round. You would then go back to the top and go through in order wall sit, push-ups, jump squats and Russian twists again. Okay, taking the allotted rest time, repeating 3 times. Then take another break and move on to the B block. Exercise B1, the reverse lunges. Hands on hips, stand with your feet parallel, toes facing straight ahead. Take a large stride back with 1 foot, placing the ball of the foot on the ground. Let the knee drop, come down to touch the knee off the floor, stand back up to the feet parallel. Keep your torso vertical, core braced all the time, and try not to let the front knee translate forward, drop into the back knee. So at the bottom, your knee, your hip, shoulders and head are in a nice vertical line, and that you don't collapse in the core or fall forwards too much through the front knee. Nice alignment as you drop down and stand back to the top. Exercise A2, the floor YTWs. Lying on the ground, chest down, you put your nose and your toes on the floor, lifting your knees away, and that brings a little bit of tension into the core and glutes. Start with your hands elevated in the Y position. Pull your shoulder blades together and squeeze. When you do that, your hands lift in the Y, in the T, and in a W. Then start again. That's 1 rep. Y, T, W. If you're doing that exercise correctly, you feel the exercise right across the back of the shoulder blades. Exercise B3, the single leg RDL. Take a single leg balance on one foot. Foot facing straight ahead. Swing the non-balanced leg up behind you, keeping the leg straight till you end up in a T shape. Straight line from your heel of the free leg up through your body to your head. As you stand, work the balanced leg. Squeeze the glute and the thigh to stand up dead straight, holding tension in the core all the time. Swing down into the second rep, pause and squeeze up. Swing into the third, balance and squeeze up. There is a big tendency for the knees to dive in and the foot to want to look out. Try and maintain alignment with foot straight, knee in line with hip and foot. As you go through the exercise, hold the balance and squeeze up for each rep. Do the allotted reps on each side. A4, mountain climbers. Go into a push-up position on the floor. Hands nice and strong underneath the shoulders. Core on, bum squeezed. And then lift your knees quickly as if you're bringing your knees towards your elbow of the same side. And repeat for 20 reps. Try and keep the hips nice and still. Try not to have a big bounce. Try and keep the body nice and still for 20 reps. Take the rest after the 4 exercise. Repeat the circuit for 2 and then 3 reps before you finish.